Hey, Suj. High score, Suj. What's up, man?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, man.
That intro doesn't sound so great, compared to Champions League.
Yeah, not at all.
Yeah. So I'd like to welcome people to a different episode called Big Finals Theory. And we're obviously talking about the Europa Final, which is happening tomorrow evening, and I believe from about 9 p.m. The weird thing about this Europa Final is actually taking place in Azerbaijan. I wonder
Baku.
where did that come from? Like,
Yeah, they're
yeah.
gearing up for the World Cup,
Oh, right. Yes, the World Cup's taking place there 2022, right?
something like that. Yeah,
Yeah, so I think it's taking place at the Baku Olympic Stadium. But
yeah.
what we really have to talk about is the two English teams that are in the final. You know, um, I'm actually surprised at the two teams that we are going to be talking about because neither of them should be in the Champions League.
Well, Chelsea are already in the Champions League, irrespective of what happens. Yeah, so
Yeah, they really made their way. They really did the right thing towards the end, and they knocked Tottenham out the way and secured their spot. But so they came third. Does that mean that they are basically secured? Like
yes,
they don't have to play qualifiers.
no,
They're lucky at least. Yeah. So look, we can talk a little bit about just about like what the chances are of the teams and all that. But I was looking at Chelsea, like trying to like get myself excited for this game, as difficult as that was. And I was looking at like some of the things that Chelsea have done this season. Like if I'm looking their season overall, I must say like they haven't had a great season, despite the fact that they were not in the Champions League last season and I mean this season, right? So
yeah,
obviously, I'm guessing their whole thing would have been their drive to just get back into the Champions League. And if you look at what like they're spending, like the signings that they made, you would think that Roman was not attempting to do anything else but get to the Champions League. I mean,
yeah.
think about it, right? Look who they signed this season. Okay, fine. They did lose. What was the goalkeeper's name? See, I even forgot his name already.
Um, um, but I forgot his name. Yeah,
I can picture him in my. Well, anyway, they lost the goalkeeper to Real Madrid and they brought in that guy Kepa. Kepa's not been bad this season. But then you look at the other signings: Jorginho, Kovacevic, Marco van Ginkel, and of course the number one striker himself, the best Argentinian, Gonzalo Higuain. And they obviously got rid of Fabregas, they got rid of Morata, and they got rid of Moses. I would have said, yeah, no, definitely those are shedding the dead weight. But like those players they've signed this season, they haven't done anything for them. And
yeah.
and on top of it, for this final now, they're gonna have to deal with Kante. He's got a knee injury now, so he's out of that game. Hudson
Okay.
Odoi is out. Loftus Cheek, another genius, went out playing some sort of charity match or something. And he also got injured, so now he's also out, and I think Radiger might also be out. So I'm like, wow, cutting away they basically their best players. The other than Hazard, like the Hazard just needs to go. Then they might as well play with I don't know with Giroud in every position. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I even after saying all that, I still think they have a better chance of winning against than Arsenal.
You do.
Not just that. You don't have any opinion on how
Okay,
Arsenal will
yeah.
go.
No, look, I'm backing Arsenal on this one. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, purely on the fact of their coach. I mean, the Soya has been outstanding in the Europa League so far. I
Yeah.
mean, so far from the group stage all the way to the semi final, they scored like +5 goals in every tie, over the two legs. So there's lots of goals in this team. Yeah. In the last game, they won 7-3 on aggregate. So I'm looking forward to them actually scoring. And this Emre's been in won three finals with Valencia already.
Yeah.
So I mean, that in itself is already something great. And the last one that he won, he beat Liverpool in Basel in 2015.
Wow. Okay. Jeez, I didn't even know. But if I'm looking between the two teams, right? I think Chelsea and Arsenal they played to there was a quite an exciting game in the start of the season, which Chelsea won eventually, which I think they was 3-2. But the second game, I can't remember what happened there. I think it was like wasn't it like a dull affair. I just have a
Yeah, Well, Arsenal only lost one of the last 6 games against the between the two teams, so they probably won that game.
Yeah, but I would also say that Chelsea have a somewhat of a pedigree in this competition. They've won it before.
Fair enough.
Um,
But Arsenal's playing for their lives here, basically, because I mean, you know how um, their system works with their financial thing, where it's a self-sustaining model, where
yeah,
you only spend whatever cash you make. So if they don't win this thing here, instead of buying a player like Zaha, they're gonna have to go after a player like, I don't know, Brooks or something. You
no,
know,
no. Look, okay. So in terms of importance, I think I have to agree with you. This game is clearly more important
Arsenal.
to Arsenal, and it's, especially when you look at the two coaches. I mean, the funny thing is for these both of these coaches, you would think that Chelsea would have gone after a coach that's not as pragmatic, aka Louis van Gaal 2.0, you know. And then if you look at Arsenal, I mean, even he, like, yes, he did well with Valencia, but I mean, I still feel like they've been quite pragmatic, you know. Maybe he's trying to teach the Arsenal team to defend a little better, but I don't know how successful you could say they've been. And so to me, this game is going to be I think it's going to be a low scoring affair. I mean, you've got Giroud and Higuain that's going to play up front for Chelsea, you know. I think they're just gonna stay back and just keep their line.
Well, I think Giroud teams up well with Hazard. And speaking of him, this might be his swan song, you know, his last of the last.
Oh, right, for Hazard, yes. I mean, definitely.
Chelsea's got their own yeah, emphasis on the game for him. I mean, if he want to walk out from there, this will be like his second Europa he'll walk out with.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. And then, yeah, I mean, look, this is like, I think yeah, I was looking at a bunch of interesting stats and I seem to have lost them now. About, like, I think this is like only the third time there's been an all English final in any types of competitions,
I
you
can
know.
fill the air with just a piece of useless news. Mkhitaryan will be playing in the game for sure because Armenia and Azerbaijan are in political disputes for some years now. So
Okay.
not going to be able to play. He didn't play in the last game that they went there to play also during the round stages. So he won't be playing this one. Yeah, also guaranteed.
Ah,
Sad,
okay.
eh? I mean, you go to your new club, it's not to win a trophy with them, but now you can't go there just because of political reasons.
Yeah.
Very much political
You know,
reasons.
look, that is rough. That's why I just can't understand how the World Cup can be being played there. It's ridiculous. That's just pure corruption. But speaking about corruption, the last English team to win the Europa League.
I knew you were going to mention them. Like the commentators in the Premier League, no game can go past without mentioning the great. I mean, the
Formerly, right.
the Manchester United. Yeah.
But I just wanted to bring up one point about going back to your thing about where you say like this is like make or die for Arsenal. When United did win it, they earned £40 million. Now, obviously, the competition itself, I think it's £7.5 million for the actual final. But then you can negotiate. But then you get like paid for the TV rights, you know.
And
And
you're going
obviously,
to Champions League.
right. Well, obviously, the big thing is the Champions League. But tell me just quickly before we go to like the predictions of the scores, I just want to know how does that Champions League thing work? So Chelsea are already in the Champions League, right?
Correct.
Tottenham have to play qualifiers. If Arsenal win this game, does that mean there could be five English teams in the Champions League?
I think so. I'm not actually sure. Maybe they play in a playoff also. I don't
Yeah,
know.
they yeah playoff I think. But well, anyway, at least that thing I will say with me, like my love of England, I would have to say that I hope Arsenal don't make it.
Shame, man. Unai needs the money to build what he's trying to build. He's inherited so much nonsense there that he's trying to figure it out. He needs money to fix it.
No, you're right. Solskjaer really needs money to fix it. But I
Not
mean,
so.
oh, sorry, I was getting confused there. You were saying,
Needs money. That's all you heard.
yeah. Okay, so quick prediction. What do you think the scoreline will be?
Well, you made a couple of interesting points there, so I think I'm gonna go with a 1-1 with Arsenal winning in penalties.
Okay, and I was gonna go for the opposite. I was gonna say 1-1 and Chelsea to win it on penalties
Yeah,
because
maybe I'm
look,
also leaning towards Arsenal because of the fact that Kante won't be there. That's a big loss for Chelsea there.
yeah, okay, now I do agree with that, but I just get that thing where the star men for Arsenal, Lacazette and
Away.
Aubameyang, like they haven't even played together. I don't even think they might not even play together in this game. But if they do, you'll have like two guys who are like not used to playing with each other, and also at least one of them is a complete flat track bully and is totally worthless against any big team.
Away.
So I'm just failing to see where Arsenal's
What
goals
Hazard?
will come from.
We're not talking about Hazard.
No, but I think Hazard is still he can still produce magic. Whereas for me, Arsenal, like I'm just failing to see like at least with Chelsea, I know Hazard's your man.
You'll go
But
to them.
yeah, but with Arsenal, I mean, who's really there will step up and make that crucial thing? And also, I would like to point out, like, if anybody's still playing the fantasy game of this, they should probably look at like someone like Luis.
Or
Because he
maybe
might take a free kick and get you something.
as captain.
Yeah, as captain.
Yeah, you can go out on a limb and just go for Ozil also. Out chance.
Yeah, so also Ozil will definitely be in the game.
I would think so, yeah.
Okay. Okay,
Especially
well,
Mkhitaryan's not there. I think Ozil will play.
okay. Well, look, that's it for this. I think I don't even know if I'll even watch this game. No, wait, I am definitely gonna watch this game.
Yes, why not?
Yeah,
It's a final. It's football. It's better than the mundane weekend we just had.
it's better than thinking about what's gonna happen to United next season.
Oh no.
Okay. Anyway, cheers, Suj.
Okay, keep up.